Hello, everyone. Eric Bryant here. I am the National Professionals Membership Chairperson for the National Society of Black Engineers, and I'm covering the Chapter Health Initiative for Professionals programming. And specifically, we're covering the reporting structure for CHIP. We've covered a number of the reports already. We've covered 6 of the quarterly reports, and in this video, we'll cover the last 2 of the quarterly reports. These 2 reports are part of the programmatic content that are submitted on a quarterly basis. And the 2 videos we'll be covering this, or the 2 reports we'll be covering in this video are the Collegiate Initiative Report form and the Pre-College Initiative Report form. We covered the other 6 reports in prior videos, and so if you want information on the contents of those reports and how to submit those, I would direct you to those videos to review. Just a reminder, these reports can be found on the CHIP webpage, and a prior video that has been shared on the YouTube channel shares how to actually access the CHIP webpage, so I would direct you to find that video and to review it. It's a fairly simple and brief way to actually get to this page. You'll see this page here on the screen represents the page that has all the reports, so we're actually on the CHIP webpage now. And once you get here under streamlining reporting, you find the reports here. And so we'll cover the last 2 of these reports here under quarterly reporting, the Collegiate Initiative Report and the Pre-College Initiative Report. An additional reminder as I navigate to the Collegiate Initiative Report, these reports are due quarterly. They're due 1 month after the quarter of record ends. Our quarters are based on the fiscal year for NSBE, which starts on August 1st and ends in July, at the end of July, July 31st. So 1 quarter would be August through October, 2nd quarter would be November through January, and so forth, okay? So if you've seen the prior videos on the reports, the first part of the report is the same. You'll enter your email address or name, your member ID, and a reminder, you'll find your member ID on your NSBE Connect profile under membership, on your membership. And you'll select your region. Have those selections, you'll move to the next section. And this will be where you select the chapter that you are submitting on behalf and your position and the quarter that you're submitting for. As of now, the 1st quarter has completed, but that's the only quarter of the year that has been completed. And if you try to submit for a quarter that has not been completed, it will block you from attempting to submit that. So you'll go back, you'll select the quarter for which you're able to submit for, and bringing up here, this should be the Collegiate Initiative Quarterly Report. You'll see here the questions here, there are 5 of them, so it's relatively short. And the first 2 are simple yes/no questions. We want to know if your chapter held any events to recognize graduating college students, either at the undergraduate level or at the graduate level. And then we ask whether the chapter has instituted some kind of mentorship program for collegiate members. And then after that is your summary information that gives us the overall view of what the chapter has done in the collegiate initiative space. So we ask about a summary of your efforts in the most recent quarter to support NSBE collegiate chapters and members. We ask about the assistance that the chapter is giving in helping collegiate chapter graduating seniors to transition from the collegiate participation to professional participation in NSBE, whether that means if a member is moving away from the area, helping them identify a chapter to connect with, or if they're going to stay in the area, making sure that they're aware of the programming that's happening at your chapter so that they can get involved and participate in that level. This might also include the professional member dues waiver as well in your efforts to promote that particular program to collegiate members so that they become professional members when they graduate. And then the final question is an assessment question. We want to know to what extent your chapter's collegiate initiative programming is having an influence on the NSBE collegiate chapters and members. And again, development of those collegiate members, having them grow into true professionals in terms of their impact on their companies and the work that they're doing and then also being a part of NSBE after they graduate as well. So we're looking for that kind of information as it relates to collegiate initiative efforts, a brief form for you to complete on a quarterly basis to give us a sense of what your chapter is doing in the collegiate initiative space. And this is not an obligatory form. By all means, if your chapter is not doing anything at all in collegiate initiative, we don't require you to submit it. That was part of the point behind actually breaking up the reports into 8 parts, so that if there was a chapter that wasn't doing a particular part of the NSBE programming, they wouldn't have to submit that report. By all means, though, however, this is a great place to exhibit your programming if you are actually doing collegiate initiative programming. And so take the opportunity to go ahead and make sure you're submitting this report if you're doing work with other NSBE collegiate chapters and active work. Okay, so that's the chapter quarterly collegiate initiative report. I am going to exit that report so that I can now show you the chapter's quarterly pre-college initiative report. And so this report is very similar, right? The same initial information is requested. And try to enter that fairly quickly so we can move through this, because you've seen this all before if you've watched the other videos. And try to get to the actual PCI quarterly report, which is here. Again, 5 questions, but we do ask actually 6 questions. But we ask additional information here. And this is relevant to NSBE Junior as well as pre-college outreach on behalf of the chapter. So we ask about how many NSBE Junior chapters are supported. And if you do have a listing of chapters, you would enter their names here, the names of the chapters your professional chapter is supporting. And then we ask those same 2 questions that we ask with respect to collegiate members as it relates to your K through 12 efforts. So did you recognize graduating high school students, or do you have a program that does that? And then mentorship for those, or tutoring for those high school students. You ask those questions here. And then the summary and assessment questions here. Summarize your chapter's efforts in supporting pre-college students in NSBE Junior chapters, and an assessment of the impact your chapter is having in terms of pre-college programming on African-American students, especially as it relates to exploring careers in STEM. So again, a really simple report. If your chapter is performing pre-college programming, this is an opportunity to exhibit that programming on a high level and assess and share with us the successes you're having in that space. Just to also clarify, we have an activity report where you're actually reporting your actual pre-college tactics, your actual activities that the chapter is performing. So if you're having an after-school program or you're having a Saturday program where people are attending, we want you to share that information on the activity report. But this is your quarterly high level. This is the big picture of what we're doing in this programmatic space. And it's great content information for us to be able to collect so that we can amplify your efforts and recognize you for your efforts in this space. So that covers the quarterly report for collegiate initiative and pre-college initiative. You'll see that these are relatively simple forms to complete. We ask you to complete them in a forthright manner and in a timely manner. A reminder that they are due 1 month after the quarter record ends. If you have any questions about these reports, by all means, feel free to email me at pedmembership@nsbe.org. If you found this video to be useful, make sure you drop a like on the video, and then also make sure you subscribe to the NSBE Professionals YouTube channel for additional content on CHIP, as well as additional content from the activities of the NSBE Professionals. We thank you for watching. You have a good day.